Yo, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to another video on the channel, and welcome to, as you lot can guess by the title, Derby County versus QPR live stream match preview. A bit later on today, but better late than never. You know what they say. Welcome to everyone who's tuned in. Share it around. Let's get it going. Midweek live stream did alright. We had like 50 views within the first 50 seconds. It was pretty good. So yeah, if we could get anywhere near that today, it'd be really class. Welcome to the Derby County versus QPR live stream. Currently got 20 viewers. So I appreciate you all tuning in. Don't forget to share it around. Send it to your friends, your family now. Tune in to my live stream. And as always, I'd really appreciate it. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into your Derby County versus QPR live match preview, pre-match thoughts, predicted lineup, the same old, etc. So, first few people on it, Ian Goldie, you so right, our season kicks in now. And yeah, that's it, man. The season officially starts now. Wayne Rooney going to be in the dugout as part of Philip Koku's coaching team for the first time this season. And us Derby fans really buzzing for it, you know. Obviously, he's not eligible to play until January. So, yeah, still got about, 4 or 5 weeks until he can actually put the Derby shirt on and play on the hallowed turf. But, yeah, Lloyd says, I heard Wayne Rooney will be watching the game tomorrow. Yeah, he will. They're going to be parading him on the pitch. So, if you're free tomorrow, make your way down. Let's get as many numbers as there as possible, as always. And whoever is going, try and make his best atmosphere as possible. So QPR, their last time out was a 4-0 defeat at home against our arch rivals Nottingham Forest, which means me, along with all the other Derby fans, are going to want nothing less than 3 points. Yeah. I know QPR currently sit on the same amount of points as us. I think it's 24 points. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's 24 points. They sit 2 places below us, however. But yeah, same points. Hoping, as I said, for 3 points tomorrow. Even a draw going into the game, a draw wouldn't really feel great at all. Yeah, it would, in all honesty, feel quite disappointing, a draw, to be fair. So QPR, standout players for these lot, I'd probably say Eze, their 21 sort of attacking midfielder. I've seen him play on Sky TV against, other clubs, etc. He looks really, really good. But again, one man can't carry a whole team. So, yeah, if we take him out of the game, it's going to be common sense. Hawkland Vlogs, QPR fan, I'm assuming. He's put Eze is bigger than the whole Derby team. Just ain't right. Just ain't true. But we saw it Fulham midweek. If you take Kearney out the game, that's 3/4 of their game plan gone. Just like this week, simple footballing IQ. Take Eze out the game, and that's 3/4 out of their attack gone. So yeah, all I've got to say is welcome to everyone who tunes in. We've got Wednesday fans on here, QPR fans, Derby fans. And if you could drop a like on the video, I'd really appreciate it. Trying to get 6,000 subscribers before 2020. And if we do, I'll be giving away a free copy to a lucky winner of FIFA 20 on the console of the winner's choice. So, yeah, drop us a sub down below. I'd really appreciate it. Strikers as well. They got Naki Wells. Decent player Naki Wells is. I know he hasn't really been amazing this season, but a lot of potential in Naki Wells as well. They've also got Hugo, who isn't bad at all either. What's that? 17 games he's played and scored 8 goals. And Naki Wells, 16 games and 8 goals. So, not a bad ratio there. Now we get onto some bad ratio. This is QPR's last 5 games. So, their last result was a 4-0 defeat at home against Nottingham Forest. None of their fans were happy with that. And understandably as well, when we played Forest, we put up a really good fight. I know it was away from home as well, but to lose 4-0 is quite an embarrassment. And then they lost 2-1 away at Fulham. Then it was a 2-2 draw at home to Borough, a 2-0 loss away at Leeds, and a 3-1 loss at home against Brentford. So what do we take from that? They're not great on the road. They're not great at home either, in all honesty. So now's our chance to capitalise. Don't do anything stupid. Do the game plan. Win every individual battle we have. And I'm sure we'll be fine tomorrow. No lie. I can't really say that this is going to be a mad challenge. If we win this, 5 or 6 games unbeaten at home? Starting to become a little bit of a fortress at Pride Park. But, as I said before, it's no good playing good at home and then bottling it away. So, Kieran says, starting lineup prediction, please, Kian. Sure, say nothing. In fact, no, before that, we'll do our last 5 results and then, just sort of compare. So, from their last 5, QPR have picked up a grand total of 1 point. Derby County, from the last possible 5, have picked up Now, this isn't great. From the last 5, we've only picked up 2 wins. So, obviously, our last result, as you all know, was the Fulham 3-0 away defeat. Then, obviously, was the Saturday game, 1-0 victory against Preston North End. Really good performance. Really happy with that one. Then, it was the Forest 1-0 defeat away from home. Then the Borough game, which, as I said, another home win. So, our last 5 games, we've had 2 home games there, 3 away games. Lost all our 3 away games and won both our 2 away games. So I'm sure QPR fans are going to be looking at that, not entirely very confident going into the game tomorrow. I know they're not the best on the road, and I'm sure a lot of fans, if you do ask them, will bite your hand off for a point probably. QPR are without Lee Wallace following his red card in Wednesday's 4-0 defeat by Nottingham Forest. So going to be without Lee Wallace. Any QPR fans on here, how big a problem is that? Is that, easily replaceable with any other players? Hoping for a big performance from Tom Lawrence tomorrow. Always does seem to do well at home. A bit like the Rams, to be fair. A bit like the whole team. Really dangerous at home, Tom Lawrence. So my score prediction for that reason is going to be a 2-0 Rams win. Goal scorers, Tom Lawrence and Chris Martin. There you go. They're the 2 goal scorers that I'm going to go with. Why do I say Chris Martin? Well, we got Rooney now. He's going to teach him the ways. And Lawrence is, quite decent at home now. It's taken all of them incidents for this to happen. And I know he was absolutely non-existent at Fulham. But he's a quality player. And I hope, for everyone's sake, he turns up tomorrow against QPR at Pride Park. Obviously, 3 o'clock kickoff. For those wondering as well, my match day, my match day vlog will be out around 5 o'clock. I'd say 5, 6 o'clock. So get the notifications on. Should be a good one tomorrow. I'll get all the Rooney parade and all of that in. So yeah, it'll be a good one tomorrow. So stay tuned for it. Predicted lineups / what I want it to be, as always. Ben Hamer in goal. No disrespect to Kelleroos, but I just think there's only a certain amount of time you can go, not up to scratch performances, and maybe it'll do him some good as well, just to sit back, have a breather, and then go again next game. I'm not taking any digs at him. I know I was really, really, had my certain opinions on him after the Fulham game, but my emotions were raw. I weren't really thinking about, I was saying Koku out. I was saying Bruce out. All a bit extreme, to be fair. Not even going to lie. So, yeah, I'd say Ben Hamer in goal. And then, obviously, also, Mason Bennett and Graham Shinney are going to be out for quite a while. Just seen the news lately. They're going to be out for quite a while. So, backline of Max Lowe, Matt Clark, not Matt Clark, George Evans, Curtis Davis, and right back of Jayden Bogle. And then 2 holding midfielders, Bielik, who, to be fair, did look very lost against Fulham. But I'd probably say a lot of it does go down to Koku, because you just tell him who to pick up, man mark him, hover over him all game, make sure when you empty your pockets after the game, you got that certain player in there. And yeah, I know it may, easier said than done, but if you just tell him, then if you don't turn up, then you can say, hang on, it weren't really my fault. So anyway, Bielik as the sort of left CDM, and then the holding midfielder next to him, the midfielder next to him. I don't know, because last time out when I'll probably go for a change team, because when we did last play, I thought, hang on, look, trending now, Wayne Rooney, that's class. Anyway, I thought last time we were just too open, which is why I wouldn't play the same holding midfielders. Big up everyone who's joined in, by the way. Comment to spamming him right now. Don't really care as much about Bennett, but I do care about Ashini. Yeah, obviously care about any player that's injured at Derby. You should beat QPR, to be honest, mate. Yeah, I know, I agree. We really, really should be beating them. Hang on. What's the Derby sheet versus Fulham? And then I'll see where we went wrong with that one as well. Images. And it isn't there. Anyone tell me the team for Fulham? I forgot it. Hang on. The teams were... And then I'll compare. Basically see where we went wrong. So the team Philip Cocu went for the Fulham game was Roos in goal, Bogle, Davis, Forsyth and Lowe at the back. So Davis and Forsyth as, two centre-backs. Which, to be fair, I said George Evans. But having said that, I'd rather have Forsyth there. George Evans, he's just really, 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 really negative. He's never looking for the positive forward ball. So, yeah, I'd stick with Forsyth. And then the two holding midfielders, Cocu did, Evans and Bielik. Personally, I would drop Evans and next to Bielik maybe have... I don't know, but I mean, we could say Dowell, but he wasn't great when he did come on. And we are at home against a not so great Fulham. So I'm going to go for the two midfielders in front of the defence as not so attackingly minded Christian Bielik next to not so defensively minded Kieran Dowell instead of Bielik and Evans. Let me know your thoughts on that. And then the three sort of players behind the striker will go with Dwayne Holmes, who I thought if anyone was putting in 110% against Fulham, it was this guy. I know physically he's not the most intimidating. He's not going to win every second ball he goes for. But, everything he could have done, he did, apart from score, get an assist. Obviously, I know we got 0 goals, but I couldn't really fault him at all. Waghorn didn't play very good. Sums it up, really. Waghorn didn't play good at all against Fulham. So the three behind the striker, I'll go with Jack Marriott, Dwayne Holmes and Jamie Patterson. And then up front, Chris Martin. I personally would drop Waghorn. Again, no personality dig. I'm just saying it for what I believe the best Derby team is right now. And, he may be up there with one of our top goal scorers this season. However, he's not been that great. Not only at holding up the ball and not exactly the fastest, is he, Martin Waghorn? So, yeah, I'd drop him. And let me know your thoughts on that team. Score prediction, as I said, was a 2-0. Chris Martin getting the goal along with Tom Lawrence, who I forgot to mention. Yeah, Tom Lawrence as well is obviously in the mix. Get rid of that. Obviously, Rooney going to be coming out tomorrow. I think they're going to parade him before the game. He's going to come on the pitch, do a little interview, which is great for everyone. Last season we had not only, obviously, Derby fans looking at us, Leeds fans looking at us every week, Forest fans looking at us every week, but last year it was also Chelsea fans. I know with the lone players it's different, but yeah, it was Frank Lampard with the Chelsea fans. This year, obviously after January, it's definitely going to be a lot of United fans looking at Derby. which, is always nice to see. I think it's pretty much guaranteed that we're going to get United at home or away when Rooney's playing after January sometime, providing, obviously, we're still in the Cup. But Andrew Purr says, hello, mate, Forest fan. Why do Derby never start Marriott? I think he's a top player. Yes, he is. He's got that electricity that none of our strikers have, if you're looking at Waghorn and Martin, sorry. But his goal-to-game ratio is not great. A lot of people were comparing him to Connor Salmon. That may be a bit extreme. But this season, he's played 13 games and bagged 1. That's not great, is it? In fact, I'll go for all of our attackers. Jamie Patterson played 10, scored 1. Joseph Zoon played 9, scored 0. Chris Martin, who, when he did come back in the team, had that spell of really good football. Now he's just died down a bit and, not really doing what he was doing in the first few games when he did come back in the team. Martin, 12 games, 3 goals. Whittaker, who's came on twice now, obviously against Fulham, and he also came on against Hull. We were losing both times. However, what we did see of him, I didn't mind him at all. I know I'd rather have seen Jamie Patterson come on at that time, only because I was thinking we really, really need something from this game. But Whittaker sits on 2 games and 0 goals. Waghorn, 18 games, 5 goals. So out of our attackers, he's got the most. Still not great though, is it? 18 games and 5 goals. And then it takes me on to Bennett, the last sort of attacking-minded player in here. 7 games, 0 goals. And I'm just looking through here. There's not really many goals to be shared. I think that's our problem. Last season we were playing attacking, quick football. And I know sometimes it weren't necessarily getting the best results, but we were always on the edge of our seats. This season, it's a mix of not getting good results and performances not being up to scratch either. So obviously, Coco will need to work on that, make a few signings of his own in January. I've heard we're linked with that Van Ginkel. I know he's been at Chelsea for 7 years now and still hasn't got a look in their team. I don't really know what that says about him as a player, any personal issues or anything like that, but to be there for 7 years and not even have a look in the team. But if we do get Van Ginkel, that would be really good, that would. If you sign Wayne Rooney, you should be flying top of the league by now. I don't really agree with that because how old is he now? Like 33, 34? Obviously, clearly not in his prime anymore, Wayne Rooney. And there's players who are in their prime right now. West Brom, I'm on about. They've got some top players. Leeds got some really good players. That probably as good, if not better, than Wayne Rooney right now. Don't get me wrong. I know Wayne Rooney, England legend, and in his prime was up there. Definitely by a mile. We play at the back, mate. That's just it. Yeah, we play from the back, but Cocu needs to tell the defenders that when we're at home, we're playing in white. So don't try passing it around to their strikers. Don't blast it to the keeper, put him under pressure. You got 2 attackers running at him. Come on, the Rams. 2-1 QPR, negative, but trying to be realistic in the team's current mood. If we do lose tomorrow, that would be really dire. At home, I really can't see that happening. I know you may think that, you're just trying to be realistic, but if we do lose tomorrow, going off our previous home form as well, I cannot see us losing. I know QPR, not really the best side, but this is the Championship. We could go out tomorrow and win 5-0. We could go out tomorrow and get battered 5-0. But if you're going off form, I know the mood in the dressing room right now may not be the best, but that's what Rooney's going to be there for. By the way, I'm going to be ending this at 20 minutes, so get all your questions in. Sorry, not 20 minutes, 25 minutes. How about that? I know initially after the game, the dressing mood, the mood would not have been great. But obviously, Rooney's been in and around more form again. He's done his interviews with Rams TV. And that's definitely going to motivate the players. I mean, I'm not really sure what else could motivate you. I mean, Wayne Rooney, England and Man United legend, is literally in your dugout, looking at what you're doing, telling you where to improve. And, last season they've had Lampard. This season they've had Rooney. Very lucky, these players. By the way, smash the like button. I'd really appreciate it. And also, get your score predictions in here. I'll discuss any controversial ones as well. We played good football against Preston, says Sam, but I've got a bad feeling about this one. I personally feel the opposite way. I do think we will get a result tomorrow. And exactly, Red Dog Howitt, if Wayne Rooney doesn't motivate you, then nothing will. Exactly, which is why I'm confident going into tomorrow's game. The fans should be up for it. I know we did just get spanked away, but some big news has happened since then. Obviously, Rooney's here. I know Derby have pretty much put all over Twitter and everything like that to, basically head down tomorrow, get the numbers up, get the following up, get the crowd backing up. And, it's all a domino effect. If we start picking up performances, start getting wins, attendances will increase. The following away, not only at home, but away from home will increase. And everything will be better. Smash the like button as well. We've got 40 viewers, which is class, to be fair. So if we could balance it out, we're currently on 18 likes. Let's aim for 35 likes before this live stream ends, which, by the way, it does at 25 minutes. Also, while, there is quite a lot of you lot on here, going to be doing a giveaway, FIFA 20, if we hit 6k before 2020. So, subscribe down below, make a few spare accounts, subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Like a new signing, 4-0 to the Rams, Pride Park will be buzzing. Happy days, 3 sentences to sum it all up nicely. I'll rate that. 4-0 to the Rams, I would take that. Forest have just beaten us 4-0, so they're obsessed. Even if we scrape past QPR 1-0, still the same outcome, 3 points as Forest got midweek. They'll still start comparing because, they're obsessed with Derby. How many likes you on? Currently on 24. Let's get that up by 11 odd? Everyone subscribe. Shout out. I'm going to be doing shout out, so why not? Julie Bridges, shout out. 2-Sync Matt fan says 18-0 QPR. Lewis Cluley, shout out. 6-2 Derby, says Fish Wiggle. Rooney getting 2. He's not playing, so I'm not even going to read the rest of that. What player should you look out for? 5-2 to QPR, says Hawkland Vlogs. I'm not going to say that ain't going to happen because it could easily get clipped. You beat us 5-2 tomorrow and then it just ain't going to end well. If Ruse starts tomorrow, then we will lose. I'm not sure whether it's a matter of win or loss with Ruse between the sticks. But if he does start, more than anything, I'd just be, a bit like, hang on a minute, for Ben Hammer, because what's he really done wrong this season? He put him in against, the Forest game earlier on in the Cup. I know he conceded 3, but none of the goals were really his fault. He could have come out for the 2 headers, but yeah, he deserves a second chance, Ben Hamer. He's more than just a substitute keeper. Obviously not in Koku's eyes, but now we've seen Ruse, not play the best again. And look who's on here. It's the Forest fan, Dora on tour, putting the smiley faces. His team's won 4-0 midweek. Obviously, Nottingham Forest, to those that are not aware, he's a Forest fan, drop him a sub. His team won 4-0. Our team lost 3-0. He's going to be buzzing right now. Don't worry, it's the first time we've been better than us, been higher than us in the league in about 7 or 8 years. Shout out to Kian, Cian Murphy and JB Techers. Who is better, Marriott, Martin or Waghorn? All very different players. I know they're strikers. By the way, 30 likes, I appreciate that. Let's get 5 more before this ends. Who's better? You lot let me know as well. Who is the better striker in your opinion? Not only Derby fans, we've got other fans on here. Who's better, Martin, Waghorn or Marriott? Personally, in my opinion, I would say Jack Marriott. All 3 strikers need to be given time. Marriott so far this season hasn't been great. You lot are all agreeing with me there, Marriott. But yeah, neither of them have been excelling this season. I think that just comes down to the support around them as well. We saw it at, countless home games. I don't know why it just happens at home. It's not as if we've been to our previous games, have been intimidating, loud, rocking grounds. I'm sorry, but QPR have clappers. Their home fans aren't great. It doesn't take a genius to tell you that. But you know, when Holmes is on his A game, when Patterson's on his A game, when Lawrence is on his A game, our strikers will be on their A games. And it's currently reached 25 minutes, but I'm into it. So we're going to go to half an hour. So we're currently on 31 likes. We've got 5 minutes to smash the goal of this video, which is 40 likes. So everyone like the video down below. And shout outs will be given again. Does Jamie Patterson play well for Derby? Start of the season, he didn't. However, he's slowly but steady, I'd say, with Jamie Patterson so far. I think he might be going back on loan in January, which, if he does, will be stupid, because I'd rather send Dowell back and keep Jamie Patterson. If you don't beat QPR, says Dorantor, Koku needs to go. Yeah, a lot of questions will be asked. Alarm bells would have to be rung if we do not, even if we draw against QPR. I know, say if they're winning 1-0 and we score last minute, you know, it might be a little bit different because we'll all be buzzing. Then it will sink in and we'll realise, hang on, we've just barely got past QPR. So, yeah, I think I'd agree with you. I can't really take a hit at the guy and say, if we do not, win, then he should be sacked. But alarms will be rang in post-match interviews and all of that. And yeah, it'll just be interesting to see what he says. I'm sure he'll come out with something if we do lose tomorrow. If we don't beat QPR, that'll be bad. Koku out, says JB Techers. Lads, last little question for you lot in the comment section. If we lose tomorrow, is it Koku out or is it Koku still in if we do lose tomorrow? Let me know right now. I saw Rooney meet up at 3-0 Kian. That's what he's going for tomorrow. Will Forest get promoted? Will Forest get promoted? Well, right now, you can't really say that they're not gonna. They're playing pretty decent football, but nothing's done till the last game of the season, which for us, by the way, is, I think it's Birmingham away. Any other Ben Derby fans on here, what is your last away game? Let me know down below. Is it an away day? Is it a home day? So, yeah, I'd probably... Nothing's done till it's done. Look, we're currently sitting, 14th? Somewhere around there. But I know we don't... Depending on what happens in January, I think January will be the season definer. If you look at Aston Villa, their season didn't really take off till around January when they beat us 4-0 at home. I remember that game. Those that haven't watched it, I suggest you do. Did decent as well, so I appreciate that. But yeah, if you haven't seen that vlog, be sure to. I remember Grealish scored that goal from the corner on the volley, and he's gone top left corner. But anyway, going off on one. What I'm trying to say is their season didn't take off until January time. Until then, their fans weren't happy. They were, it's pretty much same state as us. Low attendances, not great numbers, etc. However, I'm not saying they made mad signings in January, but their boy Jack Grealish was back and ready. And with that came a lot of confidence. I remember going into the game, before that 4-0 defeat away at Villa, I asked AVFC vlogger, Villa fan, obviously goes by the name, and Villa on tour. And neither of them were confident going into that game. Derby County at home for them it was. And then they went and battered us. And then they went on a run of something ridiculous. So I'm not saying we're going to do this, because right now I don't think we have the calibre of players to, unless Koku pulls his finger out and signs some really, really good players in January. If he does, I'd say we've got a real good chance of going up. I'm not saying by top 2, because that is a long stretch. Having said that, excuse me, this league is so open. We're only 6 points off the playoffs. And look how bad we've been playing this season. Even when we've been winning, certain results haven't even been that great. And we're only 6 points off. And I'm going to be ending this very shortly. So any subs, get him in. Currently on 34 likes. We need one more to hit the target of 35. So subscribe as well. Trying to hit 6K. It'd mean the world. Apparently Koku is watching I'm a Celebrity tonight. Personally, don't watch it. Do you like watch it? Let me know. Anyway, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you guys tuning in once again. Absolute legends. We've done it. We're on 36 likes. I really appreciate that. 37 now. And cheers for watching. I really appreciate, as I said, you guys tuning in. And subscribe, like, and I'll see you tomorrow. My match day vlog will be out around 5, 6 after the game. So stay tuned for that. Get the notifications on. And I'll see you all later. Have a good evening, everyone. Cheers for tuning in.